Learning across public schools in Hawaii plummeted during the pandemic, with new test scores and screenings showing huge losses in math and reading. Gina Mangieri is always investigating and breaks down the numbers.
Results of both the annual statewide test scores as well as much more recent results of what are called universal screeners both show the same urgent problem: erosion across core subjects, with the problem even worse for disadvantaged and minority gap groups. The toll that more than a year of pandemic disruption has taken on Hawaii's public school students is sobering. A record 26% change for the worse in math proficiency, 20% down in science, and 7% for language arts. These are the results of the Strive High scores based on tests taken earlier this year and just revealed in agendas for an upcoming Board of Education monthly meeting.
I think the most important thing is that it validates the fact that having time with an effective teacher is important for student success. That's the major takeaway.
A DOE spokesperson told me they didn't want to talk about it before Thursday's board meeting, but in documents and memos to the board, DOE officials say over the next few years, we will get a better sense of the recovery rate and how long it will take to return to 2019 levels. The scores show that may be a bigger challenge for certain groups, with Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander students, Micronesians, and the homeless seeing the biggest drops in scores. But there are red flags in all of the data. Test participation plummeted. More than 1 in 5 kids simply opted out, leaving a participation rate at only 78% statewide.
Some parents rightly decided that after a whole year of keeping their kids home to keep them safe, they sure as heck weren't going to send them for a test. That actually has nothing to do with the student's grade, and there are no consequences.
DOE officials wrote to the board that the pandemic's impact and conditions should be considered when looking at these results. Conditions like how education was or was not delivered. Thousands of students with either no internet access, no device, or neither during the height of the distance learning, and a spike in chronic absenteeism, up 20% among all students, but a whopping 77% for Micronesians, 72% for English learners, 55% for Pacific Islanders.
At least last year, there was the idea that, hey, we do need to send some stuff home, and we do need to give them those home Wi-Fi hotspots so that they do have access to the internet. And this year, there was not a distribution plan.
All of this information comes from a shortened version of the annual statewide assessments done earlier this year after the DOE and many districts nationwide skipped the 2019-20 testing cycle entirely. More recently, the DOE conducted other assessments as part of its pandemic intervention and acceleration plan. Those universal screeners of nearly 90,000 kids in grades 1 through 8 wrapped up as recently as September 30th. But the results are not too far off from what the annual snapshot test scores tracked. Only 33% of students in language arts and 25% in math scored at or above grade level. The majority of kids are 1, 2, or more grade levels behind. The DOE says when they get that far back, schools may provide intervention. They've lined up 3 tiers of help, from in-class and summer help to get everyone caught up, to more targeted block and small group instruction or tutoring, to more intensive one-on-one support. The screeners will reoccur again in January and May. The trends in Hawaii in the test scores mirror what's seen nationwide. The DOE is working with other national organizations to further study the pandemic's impact on learning. Log on to KHON2.com for links to the complete testing data. Gina Mangieri, KHON2 News, always investigating.